Hello, it's the Third First here, how's it going? Today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 favourite trainers from the games. This is entirely my opinion, and it's going to be based on personal experiences I've had with these trainers, the accomplishments that they have achieved, overall design and coolness that they have. That said, please enjoy, and on with the show. Number 10 is Claire, the Blessed Master of Dragon Pokemon. Everything about this character screams awesome. Her design is amazing, and she is the final gym leader in my favourite games, which are the Johto games. She is amazing, and the only reason she's this far down on the list is because everyone else has more achievements or is just a bit cooler than her. But overall, I really love this character. Number 9 is Lance. He is the true master of dragons, and everything from his design screamed powerful. He looks, especially in the games, very menacing, and he's a very difficult trainer to beat. He is the final member of the Elite Four in the first region, which is an incredible achievement and it's on its own, but then combined with the fact in the next region he is the champion, he is truly an amazing trainer and worthy of being probably higher on this list, if I'm honest, but it's a matter of opinion and I prefer the others. Sorry to any Lance fans. But number 8 is Watson, the cheerfully electrifying man. He is a really fun and energetic character, like a lot of the people in the Hoenn region, but he built a town from scratch. New Morville is an amazing place, and he built it. Not only that, but he's a good trainer, and really, his accomplishments alone are why he's on this list. Not many trainers can say that they have accomplished something as amazing as that. My number 7 is Flannery, whose name means the one with a fiery passion that burns. She is one of the most fun and interesting trainers that you find in any of the games, and really an enjoyable person to be around. Being in her gym, she hasn't been a gym leader for very long, but she really embraces the challenge and has a lot of fun battling you, which is something that I really appreciate, which is why I like her so much. Up to now, everyone on my list has sort of had a more superficial reason for me liking them, like design or simply the way they act and the fact that I like their character and the way they're portrayed in the games. Now everyone gets a bit more deep in my reasons for liking them. Number 6 is Norman. Norman plays our dad. In the only game you ever actually get a dad, he's a gym leader, and it's a really interesting relationship you have with him. He obviously doesn't want to lose to his son, and his name means a man in pursuit of power. He really wants you to succeed, but at the same time is sad when you overtake him and become better than him. He genuinely is a really interesting character, and having him around just pushes you to become better, which is something I really like. And it makes beating him all the more amazing and emotional when you do. Number 5 is Blue. Blue might have been an arsehole, but he was extremely talented and a really challenging rival. Having him around it really pushed you to become stronger, and I liked having a rival who could actually challenge me, because nowadays they're sort of shit, and having someone like Blue around who could really make you always check over your shoulder to make sure he wasn't behind you for a battle was a really good way to keep training, and having him become the champion and then you take it away from him at the end, spoilers by the way, is a really good way to start this amazing series of games. Number 4 is Silver. Silver is another one of our rivals, and in my opinion, my favourite rival. He's so different from the ones we have nowadays. In Gold and Silver, which are my favourite games, the way he gets his starter is he steals it. He breaks into the lab and just takes it. That's so different from what we have now, and battling him and the entire experience you have with him is a really good one. As in, if you're actually in that situation, it probably wouldn't be good, like chasing down this criminal guy and then sort of changing him, but as a plot it's a very good one, and one that I really enjoyed playing. I really hope that in the next games they go back to this level of difficulty and complexity with the rivals that they had in Blue and Silver, because at the moment the rivals we have are really weak and bland, and people say they don't want multiple rivals. What I want is I want multiple rivals, but them to be a really challenging set of trainers. That way, if you just have one really strong one like Blue or Silver, when you've battled them, you're then not expecting to see them for a while and you can sort of relax. But if you have multiple really strong ones, you can never really relax. You're always on edge, always expecting to find another battle with your rivals. And if they're really challenging battles, they can be really rewarding and make the game really interesting. interesting, which is what I want. I want it to be a challenging, but at the same time, you know, fun game. Number 3 is Red. Red is the first protagonist that you play as in the first game that was ever made, and the first game that I ever played. The first game I played was Leaf Green, because that's the game that came out when, you know, I was of the age to first start playing Pokemon, and I played as Red. And still to this day, he is by far the coolest and best player that you can be. Unlike all the others you see in their trainer pictures, Red isn't smiling because he's much cooler than everyone else. He's just, I don't know, I've had a lot of good experiences with Red, and he's just an incredibly cool character. But not only that, in Gold and Silver, which I've said is my favourite games, you actually get to battle Red. You go to the top of Mount Silver and you battle Red, which is an absolutely amazing plot point. Just an incredible part of the game that the games today never really do that sort of stuff, and that's why the old ones were better. Number 2 is Whitney, the incredibly pretty girl. A lot of people are gonna be like, the 31st, the fuck are you doing? Because she gets a lot of hate because she's such a strong and difficult gym. But that's why I like her. I appreciate her strength. I appreciate the fact that, you know, she was a challenge. And I've played both the original Silver games and I've played Soul Silver, and both times she was legitimately difficult. Because it was so difficult, it was such an amazing feeling when you beat her, and never in a game recently has there ever really been a challenge when you go into a gym. It's all very simple and very easy, and that's why I really like her and think that more of the gyms should be like hers was. And my number 1 favourite trainer from the games is Karen. A, she's a dark type trainer, which is my favourite type. B, she has a cool design, and I really like her for that. Not only that, but she is the final member of the Elite Four that you'll fight in the Johto region, my favourite region, before you get to challenge Lance, the leader of the champion in that region. But what I really like about her is the fact that she's inspirational, and I really like her views and thoughts on things. Let me read you her quote. When you beat her: strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favourites. I like your style. You understand what's important. What I really like about that is the fact that she thinks in a similar way to me. I like to use the Pokemon that I really like. A lot of people I see, they try and make these teams. When they do their playthroughs, they try and get teams that, you know, are competitively viable and only use the Pokemon that they can use in competitive. They don't use ones that they like. They use ones that are powerful or they can apply a specific strategy with, and I really don't like that. I want to win with my favourites, and I really like the fact that this, you know, the final member of the Elite Four is telling you to do this, and it's inspirational. And that's why she's my favourite trainer. And that is it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for bearing with me all this time, and I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you want to tell me your opinions, feel free to do so in the comments below. And of course, train on. Whooper out.